Hey there, YouTube friends. Maskedbandit here. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. I always appreciate it. And we are in Cities Skylines. This is the first time we've had Cities Skylines on the channel in a very long time. Oh my gosh. To be fair, I think it's the first time I've actually built something in this game in over a year. And I've dabbled in Cities Skylines since it's come out. I've had it since it's come out. I own most of the DLC. I don't own the natural disasters, and I don't own what's the other one? The green cities. I don't have those two, but I have the others. And in fact, the reason that this is back on the channel is because my intention was to go ahead and build play with the Park Life DLC, do some do some theme parks and some zoos and some national parks. And well, when did that come out? Months ago, and we're just now getting the series on the channel. To be frank, I haven't been working on it for months. Clearly, I don't have enough there. If you're seeing me for the first time, if you found me through Skylines, welcome. This is my channel, and I'm a predominantly Planet Coaster player, a theme park simulator. I like Parkitect, but I've always loved cities games, SimCity 4, and I've always been a fan of. I pre-ordered the SimCity 2013, that hot mess of a title. Unfortunately, it didn't pan out, and I've had, like I said, I've had Cities Skylines since it's been open, since it was released, and there's a lot of parallels between theme park building like in Planet Coaster and basically what a lot of the people are doing today in Cities Skylines, this careful attention to detail. I'm hand plopping, thus far, I've been hand plopping everything. I have the Unlock the Growables mod, which allows me to put any building I want exactly where I want. I've got a ton of mods and about 1,100 assets. I have my computer. The reason this is back now is because I was fortunate enough to get a new computer at the beginning of the summer, and with 32 gigs of RAM, which has really opened up the possibilities for custom content. So that's kind of why we're jumping in here. So I'm excited for this series. I'm hopeful that I can push an episode out once a week. Planet Coaster is still going to be the predominant game on the channel, with hopefully 2 episodes of Planet Coaster a week and then an episode of Cities Skylines once a week. So and that seems to be kind of what a lot of the big Cities Skylines YouTubers do. They get one episode of their series out a week. Some of my biggest influences, some of the people I enjoy watching on YouTube, are probably the same ones you do. Fluxtrance, Strict Toaster, $2.20, Prez. Those are my big ones. Those are my go-tos. And there's a bunch of others that I'll occasionally watch, but those are the ones that I watch on the regular. So I watch a lot of them, so you'll probably see me do similar things to what they do, because they are my biggest inspiration. So let's talk a little bit about what the project is. This is Fisher Landing, which is a name I've been using building cities for quite a while. I've used it back in SimCity 4, and I think I even used it in the new SimCity. But it's just a fictitious name, but the city itself is going to be designed around smaller Midwest cities. I'm from Chicago, born and raised. I'm born and raised in Chicago. Spent the first 24 years of my life there, and then I moved down to Houston, Texas. So I went from the 3rd biggest city in the country to the 4th biggest city in the country. And to be completely honest, I have absolutely no desire to build a city that big. You might have remembered, you might have noticed that I did, what is it called? What is that game called? Or that city. I did a city where where I was building Houston. That's what we did. There we go. I did a series where I was trying to rebuild Houston, and I always only got about 4 episodes in. So unfortunately, that didn't happen. So I think we're going to start fresh with a fictional city here. I think that'll work better for everyone involved. I think that'll be better. So, so my biggest inspiration are cities like Indianapolis and Tulsa. The last time I was doing something that was more than just a quick mess around in the game, I actually did a city inspired by Tulsa, and I really like the layout of that city with the ring road and the smaller downtown core. And Indianapolis has a lot of similarities. One of the things I really like about Indianapolis, or one of the things I think is interesting about Indianapolis, is the fact that, like, Lucas Oil Stadium, where the Colts play. It's such like a major. It's like right there, just smack dab in the city. And so I wanted to do that, and so we'll plop the United Center at the end of this episode, and that'll be kind of help anchor this downtown area. This area here that we're working on the screen is supposed to be like a town hall with the plaza across the street from it. Like I said, it's been a long time since I've played, and I don't have much experience with Move It or decals or even the prop anarchy and all that. That's just not something that was really around the last time I was playing. And I'm not probably going to be one of the more hyper detailed players. I'd rather get the scope of the city done. Now that being said, it doesn't mean I'm not going to include details. Like right here, we need some parking gates for our little parking lot here, and I am taking the layout quite seriously in that I am using Google Earth, Google Maps quite a bit for reference images, and I've been doing Indianapolis a bunch, so I don't want an exact carbon copy. I want it to feel like a city like that, or like a Louisville, or like I said, a Tulsa, one of those smaller Midwestern cities. I find something charming about them, and I'm a sucker for these smaller brick wall-to-wall buildings. I like those a lot, and so it's a great opportunity building a city like this to incorporate those. And I was surprised at how many there were on the workshop. So I think I downloaded just about all the ones I could possibly find. all the wall-to-wall buildings, the brick buildings. So. In this city, some things I want to do. Obviously, in this episode, we're starting to lay the downtown area. I want to have a university. I'd like to kind of get a detailed university. That's something I've not done much of. And I'd like to maybe have a medical district. Living here in Houston, we have the medical district, which is a big deal. I think that'd be kind of neat to have, like the two big features. I don't want to plan to have a huge international airport or a port or all those, because I don't feel like this city would have those things. So we got to find other things that would be unique. I'm looking for something that would be more unique and interesting. So I think really taking our time to do a decent university would be fun. And like I said, a rail yard, a pretty decent rail yard would be good. Most of these Midwestern towns have a railroad history to them anyway, so I'd like to capitalize on that. And so in this little part of the time lapse here, we're adding some trash to a little like vacant lot. Again, I do want to add some details, but I'm not gonna go as hefty as some of the players that you're more familiar with tend to do. If I did, I'd probably just get burnt out, to be completely honest. So this episode is also fairly short. Usually my time-lapse episodes for something like a Planet Coaster are closer to 20 minutes. This is right around 11 minutes. It's because I actually lost a whole bunch of footage. I lost about an hour of footage. So unfortunately, a shorter episode today, but I thought for an introduction this would be a better way to do it. And you can expect the videos to be a little bit longer, 15 to 20 minutes per episode. I can't sit for more than a 20-minute episode, so if I can't do it, I don't want to be making episodes that are longer than that. So in the next few episodes, we're going to continue knocking out this downtown area, and we're going to develop the river a little bit and see where we can go from there. Do a bunch more research, all that kind of stuff. So with all that being said, I'm going to let the music come on up and let it go from there. So thanks so much for watching. I do appreciate it. If you're excited, hit the like button. And if you're new, you're just hopped on for Skylines, go ahead and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss anything. And I encourage you to check out some of the other stuff I have on the channel, specifically Planet Coaster and Parkitect. Hope to see you back for episode 2 of Fisher's Landing. Have yourself a great day, great night, great whatever. And I'll see you real soon. Bye-bye, everyone.